Congress is setting the stage to restore nuclear capabilities to approximately 30 B-52H Stratofortress bombers. These bombers had previously been modified to carry only conventional munitions under the New START Arms Control Treaty restrictions with Russia. Both the Senate and House defense policy bills for fiscal 2025 mandate that the U.S. Air Force reintegrate these bombers into the nuclear triad nearly a decade after their nuclear capabilities were removed to comply with the treaty's limits. The current New START treaty is scheduled to expire in February 2026. According to the House bill, the Air Force must begin reconverting the bombers within a month after the treaty expires and complete the restoration of their nuclear capabilities by 2029. In this video, Defense Updates analyzes why U.S. Congress is working to rearm 30 B-52H Stratofortress bombers with nukes. Before we proceed, a word on NordVPN, which is one of the most trusted VPN brands worldwide that has a no-log policy validated by Deloitte, an industry-leading Big Four auditing firm. NordVPN provides an encrypted tunnel that protects your privacy by preventing external entry to your internet traffic, as well as enabling you to access content that's blocked based on geolocation. Best of all, with one NordVPN account, you can secure up to 6 devices at the same time. Get an exclusive NordVPN deal with massive savings by going to nordvpn.com/defense or clicking the link in the description. It's risk-free with Nord's 30-day money-back guarantee. The Boeing B-52 Stratofortress is an American long-range, subsonic, jet-powered strategic bomber. The B-52 was designed and built by Boeing, which has continued to provide support and upgrades. It's been operated by the United States Air Force since the 1950s. Superior performance at high subsonic speeds and relatively low operating costs have kept the B-52 in service despite the advent of more advanced aircraft, including the variable geometry B-1 Lancer and the stealthy B-2 Spirit. B-52 is expected to operate till around 2050. A total of 744 have been built, and many variants have been developed. Currently, there are 58 B-52s in service and deployed by the 2nd Bomb Wing at Barksdale Air Force Base in Louisiana and the 5th Bomb Wing at Minot Air Force Base in North Dakota. Another 18 are in reserve. B-52H is powered by 8 TF-33P3 turbofan engines. The 8 engines are paired in pods and suspended by 4 pylons beneath and forward of the wing's leading edge. It has a typical combat range of more than 8,800 miles, or 14,080 kilometers, without aerial refueling. The massive range enables the B-52H to perform strategic bombing. Powerful engines also enable B-52H to carry up to 70,000 pounds or 32,000 kilograms of weapons. This enables it to strike multiple targets in a single mission. The B-52 is capable of carrying both conventional as well as nuclear weapons. Today it remains one of the key elements of the U.S. nuclear triad and is capable of carrying the AGM-86B air-launched cruise missile, which is the nuke-carrying variant. The B-52H can carry 12 missiles on underwing pylons and another 8 missiles on a rotary launcher fitted in the bomb bay for a total of 20 missiles. The AGM-86B is a subsonic, air-launched cruise missile built by Boeing. It uses a terrain contour matching guidance system, or TARCOM, to fly to its assigned target and has a range of 1,500 plus miles or 2,400 plus kilometers. It carries a single W-80 warhead. The W-80 is a thermonuclear warhead in the U.S. nuke stockpile with a variable yield of between 5 and 150 kilotons of TNT. It's specifically designed to be used by AGM-86B as well as the BGM-109 Tomahawk. It's essentially a modification of the widely deployed B-61 weapon, which forms the basis of most of the current U.S. stockpile. Lawmakers are eager to strengthen the U.S. nuclear arsenal in response to Russia's suspension of the treaty and China's rapidly expanding production of strategic warheads. House Armed Services Chairman Mike Rogers, a Republican from Alabama, upon introducing the amendment to the FY25 Defense Policy Bill, said, "The treaty expires in 2026, and the prospect of Russia coming to the table for serious arms control discussions is incredibly unlikely. We need to be prepared to face a nuclear environment without any treaty limitations." The House passed this amendment by voice vote, despite opposition from Representative Adam Smith of Washington, the top Democrat on the Armed Services Committee. In this context, it's to be noted that President Biden's Arm Control Advisor, Pranay Vadi, told the annual Arms Control Association conference in Washington this month that the U.S. has reached out to Russia about negotiating a follow-on agreement to New START, but that Moscow has been unwilling to engage. He said the Biden administration does not currently plan to increase the number of deployed warheads, though those decisions would be contingent on Russian and Chinese actions ahead of New START's expiration. Opponents of this move argue that it will hinder negotiations for a new treaty and complicate efforts to extend the lifespan of the B-52 bomber fleet. The W-80 is a powerful asset. To give viewers a perspective, here's a comparison. The Trinity test in New Mexico in July 1945, which ushered in the nuclear age, had a yield of 20 kilotons. Hiroshima's Little Boy bomb had a yield of 13 to 18 kilotons, whereas Nagasaki's Fat Man bomb had a yield of 20 to 22 kilotons of TNT. B-52H will be able to launch 20 of these W-80 warheads carried by the AGM-86B missile. This means a single aircraft has a destructive capacity of 20 times 150, which is 3,000 kilotons of TNT. Importantly, the long range of the missile enables the non-stealthy Stratofortress to deliver a nuclear strike without having to get into the strike range of enemy air defense systems. It's important to note that the U.S. Air Force is set to undertake a comprehensive overhaul of the B-52 fleet. This modernization will equip the 6-decade-old bombers with new engines, radar, avionics, digital cockpit displays, wheels, brakes, and other enhancements. Due to the extent of these upgrades, the bombers will be redesignated as B-52J. Technically, we can say that adding 30 nuke-carrying B-52H will add a lot of firepower and flexibility to the U.S. nuclear deterrence.
Subscribe for more videos like this. Hit the like button if you find the video interesting, and kindly provide your feedback in the comment section. This will help us improve.